Equivalent fractions are two different fractions that represent the same value. Let's say you have the following fraction. This is 2/3. Now, what would happen if you add a line across here? What would this fraction be? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 shaded parts out of a total of 6 parts. What if I add another set of lines? I divide my box into several more boxes. So I end up with, how many shaded boxes do I have? I have 8 shaded boxes out of a total of 12. What if we divide the boxes into even more boxes? So the shaded part is still the same. It's still this one right here. This is the shaded part. So that would be 16 out of a total of 24. So all these 4 fractions are equal because they represent the same area, this area. So these are called equivalent fractions because they are equal. You can see that in the word equivalent, there is the word equal. Again, why are they equal? Because they represent the same area. Let's think of another example. Suppose you have a circle. Let's shade this part. So clearly this is 1/2. What if we draw another line here? This time we have a total of 4 parts, but only 2 of them are shaded. This fraction and this fraction are equal because they represent the same shaded part. In fact, we can go ahead and divide this circle into more pieces. What will be the fraction this time? Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 shaded parts out of a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of a total of 8. So this is another fraction. These 3 fractions are equivalent because they represent the same shaded part. Coming back to our original question here, what would happen if I simplified this fraction? What would happen if I divided here by 8 and I divided this one by 8? Let's see, 16 divided by 8 is 2, 24 divided by 8 is 3. See, it's the same as the original fraction that we started with. And if I simplify this fraction here, I divide it by 4, divided by 4, I end up with 2/3, which is still the same as our original fraction. And the same thing goes here. If I divide the numerator by 2, I divide the denominator by 2, I end up with also 2/3, which is the same as our original fraction. The same idea applies here. If I divide by 4 and this here by 4, I get 1/2, which is our original fraction. Again, if I simplify or reduce this fraction by dividing by 2, divide by 2, I get still 1/2, which is our original fraction. Let's say I said 2/5. This fraction 2/5 is equivalent to what out of 15? Let's try to draw this and see what happens. 2/5 would look like this. Now instead of 2/5, I want something out of 15. So let's make the total this time equal to 15. Now here I have a total of, but out of those 15, only 6 of them are shaded. So that's 6 here. So that would be 6. But there is an easier way, a quick way you can use without having to draw the boxes here. 2 out of 5 is equal to what out of 15? I can tell that to go from 5 to 15, I multiplied by 3, because 5 times 3 is 15. So I have to do the same thing on the top. I multiply by 3. What is 2 times 3? That's 6. So my answer is 6. Let's try another one. 2 out of 5 is equal to 20 out of what? Again, there is a shortcut I can use. I can see that from 2 to 20, I multiplied by 10. So from 5, I also have to multiply by 10. 5 times 10 is 50. So that's my answer. 1 out of something is equal to 3 out of 21. So what fraction would that be? Well, let's see what is happening here. From 3 to 1, it looks like we are dividing by 3. So I will do the same thing down here. If I divide by 3, 21 divided by 3 is 7. So 1/7 is equal to 3/21. How about this one? X over 9 is equal to 8/36. So what is this x? This x represents which number? Let's see, from 36 to 9, I divided by 4. So that means I have to do the same thing on the top. 8 divided by 4, that gives me 2. So x is equal to 2. Think of 2/10 and 1/5. Are these fractions equal? Are they equivalent? So how do you do that? You use something called a cross product. Product means the answer that you get when you multiply two numbers. So I will multiply this number and this number, see if they are the same. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 times 1 is 10. They are the same. So yes, 2/10 is equal to 1/5 because their cross products are the same. How about another one? Is 2/3 equal to 6/9? Let's find the cross product. Let's multiply these two numbers. 2 times 9 is 18. Let's multiply these two numbers as well. 3 times 6 is 18. So yes, how about 3/10 and 6/21? Are they equivalent? Let's multiply and see. 6 times 10, that's 60. 3 times 21, that would be 63. They are not equal, so the answer is no.